I wanted to talk to you about something. Cool concept, just the wrong hero. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today because I see a lot of people like they are, showing like big support and everything like that for Icon. And I've noticed some people are saying, well, why don't Icon have his own video or a cartoon or movie or whatever the case may be? Why doesn't Icon have one for himself? And I wanted to address that. I don't know if you're aware or if they are aware, but Icon is not marketable, right? And I'm not talking about the look per se, but honestly, he's a derivative of Superman, and that's not gonna fly. Okay, we already have one Superman, and you already see how things didn't work out with the second Shazam and Black Adam and all of those other superheroes. But also, in terms of his origin story, because he's not really black per se. I know when he came to the planet and he assimilated the DNA of the slave mother and everything like that. But the issue comes in the fact that he endured slavery, and story-wise, he saw what was happening during the slavery times, and he did nothing about it. So you see slaves being beaten and raped and tied to the horses and ripped apart and everything like that, right? You see all of this happening, and you did nothing. Meanwhile, Clark Kent, Kal-El, whenever he saw anything to even remotely close to that, he would step in and he would do the right thing. How do I say this? Do you understand that Icon is not marketable in terms of cartoons and movies? Because if a producer were to show that, that's going to get a lot of black people upset. Like, hey man, he ain't doing anything. What the hell's going on? He's supposed to be a superhero. And, fans, they have the right to complain about that. Again, Clark Kent, he would see some wrongdoing going on and he would step in and he would do something. But Icon didn't do that. And he didn't do that for, the long duration that he was watching the slavery times happen. And then in the end, he becomes a lawyer, like a mild-mannered lawyer. And also, he doesn't seem to get his balls don't seem to drop until Rocket comes along and she's like, hey man, you acting like a little bitch. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put disrespect on the name like that, but it's true. All the way based in terms of the comics themselves. And I just wanted to ask, like, I'm pretty sure you and the people on the Black Comic Lords panel, y'all probably discussed this. Have y'all discussed this on YouTube or anything like that? Like, just watching Icon over the years, like he's just, as I said, he's not a marketable individual. And it's based on the origin story and also how he doesn't really push the envelope in terms of making an impact like how Superman does. And I say that to say this. This is no disrespect whatsoever towards Dwayne McDuffie. God rest his soul. I'm just saying that based on the history that we have of Icon and all of the smoke that he has gotten himself into and all of the hype that his sidekick Rocket has pushed towards, the only time in which I've seen Icon get really serious was when he was beating the shit out of Hardware. And I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with the whole black on black crime type of shit. But yeah, I'm excited to hear your response.